Let me clear my throat. Let me get myself together. Let me wet my whistle. hmm Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know who y'all looking at. Welcome, welcome to another episode of Club Pizzle. I am, of course, your host, Don P, aka Pizzle, Pod God, Unk, um, all of the above. Thank you guys for your continued support of this podcast. Thank you guys for your continued support of this platform. Without you guys, I'm not a lot of places. Without you guys, I'm not two-time, or is it three-time OEA nominated for best podcast. I think it's two-time. It might be three though. I mean, I'm not sure. It's three, right? It's three. And maybe I'm going for four this year. I don't know. Without you guys, also, I'm not nominated for Scene Magazine's Best of Cleveland Best Sports Podcast. So give yourselves a hand for that. While y'all in a clapping and supportive mood, I need all of you guys to go to Scene Magazine's site. I will post the link. I know I'll be saying that, but I don't post the link. But y'all follow me on Facebook. Y'all follow me on IG. Y'all already know where it's at. Click that link. It's pinned to the top of my fucking Facebook account. All y'all got to do is go to that, click that link. The you ain't even got to go nowhere. You click that link. You see that voting. Put y'all votes in. Y'all are allowed to vote once a day, every day until May the 20th. So get y'all vote on, please, and thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate y'all helping me get nominated. Now help me win this fucking award. Listen, and I might have said this already, but listen to all of y'all out there who are chasing these awards here in Cleveland on a local level. Chase those fucking awards. Don't let nobody diminish these awards. Like, you want to be rewarded for shit. You work for something, you want something to show for it, right? I want more than just a trappy and just nominations for awards. I want some fucking awards on my desk and on my mantle that I want to be putting out. You know what I mean? So help a brother out. Get me in there. This is gonna be our award, and we gonna party with it. Quick programming note: there will be no Club Pizzle next Thursday. I got something I'm doing. It's Mother's Day weekend. Put it together. Okay. I won't be here. But I may give y'all a earlier episode. Y'all might get a Wednesday episode. Y'all might get I'll name this segment later. Something. Y'all probably will get some content from me next week. Hopefully it's not my Cleveland Cavaliers season recap, because I don't want that to be the last thing I talk about before I go on my little mini vacation. I really don't want that to be, because that's not going to be pretty, especially if they lose this series. But let's get to it, man. We are here for a good time and not a long time. The Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all. Yes, I'm wearing it. And this is DG to PG. We're going to talk about him real quick. The Cleveland Cavaliers are one win away from advancing to the second round. Oh my goodness. Let me tell y'all, since I left y'all last Thursday, let me tell y'all the array of emotions that I've gone through with this damn team. After losing game 3, going into game 4, being at home for game 4, being able to be at home on a Saturday afternoon, having everything planned out. Like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch the game. I already got my food prep. I'm going to throw some stuff on the smoker. I'm going to smoke me some chicken. And I did, and whoo, good shit. telling y'all, Memorial Day, the vibes is gonna be vibing over here. But the plan, it's like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch the game, prep the food early, watch the game. After the game, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go see my mom for a second, come back, and I'm gonna smoke these wings. I'm gonna smoke this chicken. First half was great. I'm in it, and I'm like, yeah, let's go up 3-1. We come home. I'm gonna go to the game. I'm gonna make my sign that say Orlando Magic pass the sticks. So when they lose, I could hold up my pass the stick sign. Y'all already know nobody says pass the sticks but me. If y'all see anybody else on the internet saying pass the sticks, they got it from me. I said it. I brought it to the internet. Pass the sticks. Let me tell y'all. Look, 80s babies, holla at your boy. Y'all know where we at. Playing the games, and you playing with gang. Whoever lose, what you got to do? Pass the sticks. I'm bringing that back. I've been doing that online probably since maybe 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. NFL playoffs, NBA playoffs. I think I do it for MLB. I don't do it for NHL, even though I should. NCAA tournament. Pass the sticks. Y'all know what time it is. I had it all planned out. And then the third quarter of game 4 happened. And usually I'm not the one to turn the game off and walk away from a game. As long as I've been watching sports and as long as I've been watching my teams, between the Browns, the Cavs, the Lakers, the Miami Hurricanes, Duke, between all of these teams that I watch and I support, in all of these years, I think I've turned games off and walked away from them. I can count on one hand how many times I've done that. And I did that shit Saturday. I was so mad and so irritated with them. I done took my Cavs shit off. I was like, fuck them. I'm going to throw on me a white t-shirt. Fuck this. I was pissed off Saturday. Mad as hell. Me and my guy, Chris Cargile, exchanging messages back and forth. We are both pissed. Like, mad as hell. Salty. Like, fuck them. They sorry. I'm sick of them. Yeah. Like, it was mad. And then I slip it off and I woke up Sunday and I bought a ticket for game 5. I was not going to miss that for the world. And I am so glad I did buy my ticket to go to game 5. I don't even like game 4. Like, I slept it off. I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to sleep these games off, wake up the next day. Like, I don't even want to think about it no more. Like, it happened. Let's move on. Let's talk about game 5, though. Let's talk about Tuesday. In the building, the atmosphere, like you could, like it was thick in there. Like the tension, you could feel it in the building. All 19,000 plus that were there. You can tell. Like it was tense in there. I was sitting up top. Like I'm not happy I was sitting up top. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't happy I was sitting up there, but a brother had to do what a brother had to do, you know. I was not happy. But I was sitting up in Loudville. I mean, my season tickets, my package for next year, my game package for next year is sitting up in Loudville, but I'm gonna be like center court, so it's a pretty good spot there. But where I was sitting at in Loudville was pretty cool. Outside of the people that were in front of me that smelled like cat pee, I had a pretty good time. The people that were sitting behind me, I really enjoyed them. They were hilarious back there. I think they were of Spanish speaking. I don't know if they were Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. I got a kick out of them, like doing their funny commentary. But we were all in it. It was a good time, man. Listen, I know I say what I say about Cleveland sports fans, but when it gets to that time and when I'm in it and when I'm high-fiving people, and y'all know I don't like people. So when I'm high-fiving people, I'm in it. I'm thoroughly surprised that I actually have a voice today. If I sound like shit, I think I'm okay. If I stay at this octave, I think I'm fine. But I yelled and I screamed. And listen, like this sprained wrist of mine is still not 100%. Waving that fucking towel and pumping my fists and high fiving people. I woke up Wednesday morning and my wrist was sore. I went to bed Tuesday night. I was so charged up, man. Like, that's the thing. Anybody who's a basketball fan or anybody who's just a lifer like me, y'all know when things like you go to these being in these games and you're investing in your teams, how your adrenaline is pumping. Like I said, the tension was so thick in that building. But Cavaliers come up with the win 104-103. Take a 3-2 series lead. Game 6 is tomorrow in Orlando. Hopefully we're not disrespected and put on NBA TV. We should be on fucking TNT or ESPN tomorrow. Let's hope that they don't play us like that. Injury bug just always bites us. Jared Allen out. I found that out when I got to my damn seat. Goddamn Chris text me. Hey, no JA. Fuck. Injury bug. He injured his ribs in the fourth quarter of the Orlando game. I didn't know that because I didn't watch the fucking fourth quarter of the Orlando game. I was done. It was over for me. I got up and I left and I went over to my mom's house. Hopefully, and Jared's status for game 6 is still in the air. He missed game 5. But he was missed. We gave up. I'm not gonna say we gave up a lot of offensive rebounds. I'll say we gave up too many offensive rebounds. Evan Mobley is the tallest guy on the floor, and when you roll with a lineup of guys that are 6'1", 6'3", Okoro is what, 6'5", and Max Strus is 6'5", and you got 1 7-footer, and the other big man on the bench is kind of goofy, Damian Jones, and you got Tristan Thompson, but Tristan is only going to give you so many minutes, and Tristan's not going to give you Jared Allen's point output. But I'm rambling. Too many offensive rebounds from Orlando. I'm gonna move around here. I got my board over here. I like the adjustments that JB made. Let's give a hand for JB for making the adjustment. JB made an adjustment, and I think it's partly because there was no Jared Allen. We got to see Marcus Morris, and Marcus Morris gave us 12 big points off the bench. He gave us some big minutes. He gave us some defense, a little bit of toughness. He took George Niang's minutes. I'm not upset about it. I like George Niang, but I also know that we get good George and we get bad George, and we have had 4 games of bad George. He's not hitting his shots. I saw it in Philly. I saw it in Utah. I know what he's capable of. When he's good and when he's on, he's on. And when he's off, he's off. That's just the whole gist of it. But Marcus gave us some good minutes. Tristan gave us some quality minutes off the bench. He didn't. I mean, the stuff that Tristan Thompson don't show up in the box. Really, 3 assists, a rebound, but he just played some good defense. He made Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaac work for everything that they got. And it's so fun. I laugh so hard when Tristan comes in a game, just the cheer that comes over. It's so fucking hilarious. Donovan showed when he needed. But there were times in this game where I was looking at this dude like, do you really want to be here? I got $100 that he's gonna resign, or sign an extension over the summer. I do. I his body language for a while there was not the best looking. It did not look the best. I was looking at this dude like, hey, what you gonna do, big dog? He ended up with 28 points. He came up big in the fourth quarter. He balled out. He missed a freebie down the stretch, and he kicked himself about it. He said it in the presser. I missed a fucking free throw. But he showed up when he needed to show up. He iced the game, or so we thought before Paolo. I'll get to Paolo in a second. Evan Mobley. Evan motherfucking Mobley. Evan Bartholomew Mobley. Now, his middle name isn't Bartholomew. Bartholomew, listen, if I don't know a guy's middle name, or if he don't have a middle name, just know that I'm going to put Bartholomew in there. Bartholomew is like my favorite name to say. If I ever get a dog, I'm going to name my dog Bartholomew. I'm just telling y'all that right now. Yeah, his middle name's not Bartholomew. It just sounds, it's just appropriate. And no, I ain't gonna say my dude looked like his name could be Bartholomew, but it actually do look like his name could be Bartholomew. I ain't shit for that. I know. I'm stupid. I'm a fucking, I can't help it. Whatever. His block at the end. I just knew they were gonna call a foul. And if they would have called a foul at that time, at that moment when he did that, I was getting ready to leave the building. It just seemed like, I don't know, man. It seems as if the NBA or certain referees have something against Cleveland. Or it might just be Tony Brothers. Tony Brothers, listen. Tony fucking Brothers, he always finds a way to insert himself in the game. Dog, you are not wearing a fucking jersey. You are a referee. Ref the fucking game. And ref the fucking game right. There were so many bad foul calls. And there were so many non-calls on the Cavaliers one way, only for Orlando to go back the other way and them to get the fucking call. And who's blowing the whistle? God damn it, you guessed it, Tony fucking Brothers. He is a couple of bad calls away from the black delegations getting rid of his ass. We don't want you. And you hear these stories about Tony Brothers. Jeff T told some stories about Tony Brothers. He always finds a way. I wonder if he's reffing any of these games tonight. The Milwaukee and Indiana series, or the Knicks and the Sixers. I don't want to talk about them. I'll talk about them later. I got some other programming shit to talk about. But Tony Brothers always finds a way to insert himself in the game. And in the third quarter is when he inserted himself in the fucking game. And I was so mad. And I think that's probably why my voice was gone, because I am yelling. Everybody yelling, ref, you suck. I'm yelling, what the fuck? I'm yelling, Tony Brothers, what the fuck? Stop inserting yourself in this game. Let these dudes play. It's the playoffs. It's going to be physical. This series has been physical from game one. And you choose to want to insert yourself in the fucking series. Enough about him, though. I spoke about Donovan. He showed up when we needed. Oh, Evan Mobley's block. I'll get back to Donovan in a second. But Evan's block, if they would have called a foul, I was leaving. I don't give a fuck if it was overtime. I was getting the fuck out of there. It was either me getting out of there or me walking down on the floor and going at Tony Brothers' punk ass. Like, motherfucker, what are you doing? What are you calling? It's clean block. Evan had a decent game. He had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Defensively, man, it's there for him. He just happened to go up against a guy in the name of Paolo Banchero, who it didn't matter who they put on him. They could have put Gary Payton in his prime, or they could have put Ben Wallace in his prime on Paolo. Paolo was going to get his buckets, and he wasn't driving to the hole. He was shooting jumpers. He was shooting contested jump shots. Evan was there, hand in face the whole time. But it's why certain guys are what they are, and it's the reason why Paolo Banchero was that dude. It was the reason why he was that dude when he was that dude. It's the reason why Jamal Crawford took him under his wing, and Kyrie Irving was out in Seattle and was playing against this guy at 15 and saying what college he go to. Jamal had to tell him, this is a 15-year-old kid. He's still in high school. There's a reason why that kid was the #1 pick in the draft. Paolo Banchero, ladies and gentlemen. He here. He been here. He just introducing himself to the rest of y'all casual basketball motherfuckers, basically. I'm wondering if Donovan Mitchell is actually healthy. I got my reservations. I don't know if Donovan's healthy. He's back to shooting mostly threes. He is driving to the hole from time to time. He's driving to the hole more than he did since after the All-Star break, and he's been playing like shit since March. And he hasn't been healthy, and he hasn't been playing. But this is the time. You know what? I need bubble Donovan Mitchell. I need bubble Donovan Mitchell, first round Denver Nuggets dueling with Jamal Murray. That's the Donovan Mitchell I need to see tomorrow. Aggressive, attacking, take no prisoners. He needs to play the way the fucking Jalen Brunson's been playing. I need a 40 ball from Donovan tomorrow. It probably won't happen because these teams probably won't break 100 tomorrow. I think we're going to see another game the way we saw Tuesday tomorrow with the Cavs and the Magic. But I need Donovan Mitchell to show the fuck up. Which brings me to DG to PG. Darius Garland. I'm so glad he played the way that he played, and I'm so glad that he showed up how he showed up in that first half. 17 or the first quarter. 17 was the first quarter. He only had 6 the rest of the way, but his aggressiveness allowed him to become a distributor and get the ball to Evan in the paint, allowed him to pass it out to Max Strus. Another one, Max Strus, my main man. Glad you finally fucking decided to score, even though Max has been doing everything but scoring. Now that he's scoring, that's extra credit. That's some extra shit now. So, okay. But Darius Garland has been through a lot this year. He broke his face. He lost his grandmother Tuesday night. Just the bounce that he had in his step. He was out there dancing. He was out there aggressive in the first quarter. I say this is the fucking Darius Garland that I've been waiting to see all season long. He didn't have it at the beginning of the season. By the time he got close to having it during the season, he broke his fucking face. And he came back and he lost his grandmother in the midst of all of that. So emotionally, and you can look at the kid and tell that he was not doing very well. He was not having fun playing basketball. He looked like he didn't want to be there. He looked like he needed time off, but didn't want to take the time off because it was such an important time for them. But DG to PG showed the fuck up. I'm so proud of my guy. This is why I'm wearing the jersey today. It's one of the reasons I'm wearing the jersey today. Bottom line, y'all, I said that to say this. Win the fucking thing tomorrow. Close the shit out tomorrow. Because game 7s, all bets are off. Paulo Banchero is here. Franz Wagner, it's tough. And so is Mo. But Franz is that dude. I honestly wouldn't mind having Franz Wagner in Cleveland, to be all the way honest with you. I take Mo too. I'm cool with that. I take them. Both of them. That Orlando team is a whole lot tougher than I thought that they would be. They're a much better defensive team than I gave them credit for. I knew they were a good defensive team. I look at them, and I hope I don't stick my foot in my mouth when I say this. They are a less talented version of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They play the exact same way, damn near, that the Cavs play. Jamal Mosley and JB Bickerstaff are best friends. Their philosophies and their styles are the same. They have different personnel. They have different guys that can do different things. Jalen Suggs is another guy that's tough, man. I like Jalen Suggs. I like Jalen Suggs when he was at, Gonzaga. Wendell Carter is a versatile guy. Jonathan Knight, like, they have a gritty, grimy ass team who likes to dirty and muck shit up. Just like the Cavaliers like to muck shit up. Is again with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are such a young team that we are wanting this team to grow up way too fast. All of these guys are young. You got Donovan is really, like, as far as a star, the core. Donovan's 27, 28. Garland's 22. Okoro's 22. Mobley's 21. Allen's 27. Like, this is a young team. This team has to grow. I'll get to that. Like, when the Cavaliers are bounced from the playoffs, whether it be in this round or in the next round against the Boston Celtics, it doesn't matter. I'm going to recap this season, and I'll get into all of that, and I'll figure out who the fuck needs to come to Cleveland. I'll tell you who is not going to be. I'm going to say not LeBron James. I love LeBron James. You won't find a bigger LeBron James supporter than why. But we know we'd have to give up too much to bring him back to Cleveland. There's no hometown discount. So Cleveland, stop it. All the Cleveland media, cut the shit out. Cleveland Barstool, stop it. Cleveland.com, cut the fucking shit out. Clutch Points, cut the fucking shit out on Instagram. Stop putting it in these people's heads to bring LeBron James back to Cleveland. If it happens, I'll be happy as hell, but I'll be mad. Because what the fuck would 3 years or 2 years of nostalgia bring us after? I'm looking at the fucking future. Okay, y'all? I'm going to just let that go. But again, the bottom line, go to Orlando and win the fucking game. That's all you have to do. And we'll just go up to Boston and have to go up against that team who's probably going to go to the NBA Finals and probably win the whole fucking thing. Because, the way they looked last night, even without Porzingis, they're still. Anyway, that's all on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look at, damn, I'm 28 minutes in. A quick programming note. I am going to be bringing y'all some content next week. The second round of damn near be here. So what I'm decided I'm going to do, I'm going to look at all of the teams that are bounced in the playoffs. I think I'm just going to lump everybody in together. You'll probably get maybe 30 minutes of it. All the teams getting bounced and just recapping and what are they going to do during the offseason. Moving on to Cleveland Browns draft last week. Shout out to Andrew Berry. I'm going to run through these picks, and then I'm going to just run through these picks. The second round, the 54th pick, they took Mike Hall Jr., defensive lineman from Ohio State, by way of Streetsboro, Ohio. Everybody like, he's from Cleveland. No, the nigga, his high school say Streetsboro. I know he went to Benedictine, but he don't claim Benedictine. He's from Streetsboro. It's good to have him. It adds depth on that line. He could be one of those. I mean, got him in the second round, 54th pick. Quick note, I really hope that why couldn't Keon Coleman fall to the Browns somewhere? If that dude ain't one of the most entertaining things on the internet right now, it is the fucking best. 5 days and counting. This fantastic. Next, in the third round with the 85th pick, they drafted Zach Zinter, a guard out of Michigan. It's a funny thing because Zinter and Hall have a connection. Like the Ohio State Michigan thing. Zinter got injured in a game because Mike Hall was the one who got blocked into him and hurt his knee. Like it's a lie. It's crazy. In the fifth round, 156th pick, they drafted wide receiver James Thrash out of Louisville. You can never have too many wide receivers in today's passing league. In the sixth round, the 206th pick, I believe. My fucking board is failing me right now. They drafted Nathaniel Watson, linebacker out of Mississippi State. Again, you can never have too many linebackers. Just add depth and just add guys. And who knows if any of these guys may or may not make the team. In round 7, the 227th pick, they took Miles Harden, a corner from South Dakota. You can never have too many corners in today's NFL with these guys passing the ball and you getting 4 and 5 wide on a down league basis. And in the 7th round, they took Jawan Briggs, a defensive tackle from Cincinnati, adding more depth on the defensive line and probably on the practice squad. So that was the Browns draft. What would I grade it? It's really tough to grade drafts with guys because you don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play. Ask me in 2 years or 3 years, and I can tell y'all. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here on that note. I'll do some separate things on Coach Prime's Backlash. I'll talk about the possible NFL 18 game schedule. Also, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. I will be doing a WWE special edition of Pizzle's Picks where I'm going to recap last Friday and Monday's WWE draft. I'm going to go over the picks and what I think. And I am also going to give you guys Pizzle's Picks predictions on Backlash France, which takes place this Saturday at 1 p.m. So, again, man, thank y'all for y'all continued support of this platform. Thank y'all for y'all continued support of this podcast. Keep supporting, support. Go to Scene Magazine. Go to Best of Cleveland. Vote Club Pizzle for Best Sports Podcast in the Best of Cleveland. I'm telling y'all, I really want that award. And shout out to everybody else that I know that are nominated. Shout out to David Ford and his glasses collection, DF Ford Collections. Vote for him for best local eyeglasses. Also Ramel Adams and RNA Productions, they are up as well. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind in Heroin F. I got to get to. Shout out to Ramel, my guy Lex Vegas is in that. Y'all know what it is, man. Always protect your peace, protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. And creators, be great. Stay positive because negative energy is trash. Peace, y'all.